Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic week. Well, I think I found it. I think I found the worst cruiser in the world. Or at least the most insensitive. By now, most of you know about the White Island volcano eruption in New Zealand, where passengers from the Ovation of the Seas were off on a shore excursion and other people were there. I think total of almost 47 people were on the island as it erupted. Huge disaster, caught a lot of people off guard, including the cruise lines, the government, the experts, caught everybody off guard. Tragic story. And that's why it really astonishes me. We've heard a lot of insensitive people out there, or people, there's a storm and you can't get in the port, or you miss 2 ports and you're demanding full refunds, and we all hear those kinds of stories. Or a little thing goes wrong and the person runs to guest services to try and get more money, this kind of thing, right? I think I found the craziest comment I've ever seen. While being interviewed, numerous people from the Ovation of the Seas were talking about how the crew wasn't telling them, how many people had perished or anything like that. Who were they? They were just saying it was an incident, and they didn't even say it was an eruption. They didn't say basically anything. And rightly so, I might add. Rightly so. It's not the cruise line's responsibility to inform you, a passenger who's not a member of the family or involved or even linked in any way to these people on the other than you're on the cruise ship. It's not up to them to let you know what's going on, because the family might not want everyone to know. This is the family going through this stuff. Those are the people that are being kept aware of things. Those are the people who are most important at this time, not everybody else on the ship. Yes, it can be devastating. You could have been talking to these people at night, at dinner, every night, and made great friends with them. But the priority has to be the families. And so the cruise line's never going to, what would you want the cruise line to say? Is, oh, what's going on with we heard something might be going on with the people who haven't come back to the ship yet. Oh yeah, there was an eruption and most of them have perished. And do you want them to say that? They're not going to say that. They're going to say there's an incident and details will come. If you get it from the news, that's great, but it's not the cruise line's responsibility. But that's not where I'm going with this. I understand people wanting to know. They met friends. They do things like that. That's not my issue. My issue is when one person was interviewed, they said, and here, I'm going to put it up right here. They said, I can barely believe it. They actually said that many people's holidays were ruined because they missed ports. And they think Royal Caribbean should have given them more than a $100 payment. What do you say to that? People perished. It's an emergency. It was a disaster out there. People's lives have been irreparably changed forever, and this person's upset that they missed a cruise port and they didn't get more money. As far as I'm concerned, I hope you never cruise again. And I don't want to know who you are, because that infuriated me so much when I read that. That somebody can be that insensitive and so self-centered and egotistical and what's in it for me mentality. You know what? Go to hell. I can't believe somebody out there actually says something like that in the middle of people's out. They had to airlift in and medical, emergency skin for skin grafts for these people because their bodies are 90% burned. They've lost mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, grandparents, children. They've lost their entire family, some people. And you're worried that you didn't get more money back from your cruise, and you know what? Oh, we didn't get to stop in a port. Holy cow, who are you? I'm still angry. I'm so angry that somebody is that insensitive and that self-centered. That you were on that ship, that people passed away and people were disfigured, possibly for life. And you are that insensitive to say something like that. Oh my God, I can't get over it. Who in the hell says something like that? I don't know. They didn't name the person, they didn't show the person, and thank goodness, because I hope, who in the heck thinks that way? Who thinks that way in this situation? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand people like that. It really drives me insane that there are people out there in this world, because whenever I'm cruising, I meet amazing people. Great people, like people I just click with like this automatically. We have huge conversations, have a lot of fun. And then you read people like this, that in the midst of a huge tragedy, a natural disaster, they're upset because they didn't get more for themselves, or possibly missed a cruise port. I don't know where to go. I don't know how much lower we can go as human beings than that. I don't know how much lower. I'm sorry that this video isn't as cheerful at this time of year that I like to be, but this just drove me nuts, and I hope it drives everybody else out there just as equally irate, that somebody out there would think that way. And all I would hope is that everybody out there send your goodwill and your thoughts to the people in hospital and the families of all those affected that are trying to get through this disaster and have all kinds of things ahead of them that we can't even fathom, most of us. And thoughts and prayers go out with them. And I hope that, governments and the cruise lines and everybody and the insurances take care of these people and they get the support that they're going to need. Because whoever said that, as far as they're concerned, they missed a port and they should have got more money. The heck with those people, I guess. Like, I'll say it again. The hell with that person. That person is a garbage person. I'm sorry, but you're a garbage person. Well, sorry for the rant. I'm gonna leave now because my temperature is like through the roof, and I don't like to be through the roof. I like when stories and people are good to each other. And it's very frustrating to me when people treat other people out there the same way. Especially now that you see the pictures coming out. I'm not going to put the pictures here out of the respect for the family. Like I say, the families deserve all the respect in the world and their privacy. If they want to put the pictures out, they will do it themselves in a, in a fitting way. It's not for me to post their pictures all over the internet. So I'm not going to do that, but we see pictures going out there of young brothers, mothers and daughters, a newlywed couple, people on their birthday celebrations, young people, solo travelers. It's just, it is a horrific, horrific incident that really is nobody's fault. It's, you know, they didn't predict this was going to happen. There was a rise in activity, but they said the chances of an eruption the week before they went was negligible, if, you know, and probably would never happen. Well, that once in a million happened, and unfortunately these people were at the wrong place at the wrong time. And there are so many stories coming out from the Ovation of the Seas where people tried to book that excursion but it was sold out, or they looked at the excursion and were about to take it but thought better of it because it was one of the more expensive, you know. Well, that's the best case scenario of saving money that you could ever possibly have done. And thank your lucky stars that that was sold out when you tried to book it. There. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. I'm sorry again for the rant and the anger. I'll try to be in a better mood tomorrow. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more tips, more tricks, and more travel vlogs and better stories, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, please have yourself a safe and a great vacation, and thoughts and prayers go out to those affected from White Island.